Good deeds are the real treasure. Once upon a time, there was a king obsessed with wealth. Over the years he collected immense riches and, fearing theft or rebellion, hid his treasure in a secret underground chamber deep within the forest. Only two keys existed, one with the king himself, and the other with his trusted minister. No one else knew about this hidden fortune. One day the king decided to visit his treasure alone. He quietly made his way to the chamber, unlocked the massive door, and stepped inside. As he gazed at the sparkling gold, rare gemstones and silver coins, a wave of satisfaction washed over him. At the same time, the minister happened to pass through the area, and noticed that the treasure chamber's door was ajar. Concerned, he thought, "Did I forget to lock this last time?" Without checking inside, he quickly bolted the door from the outside and left. The king, lost in admiration of his wealth, remained unaware of what had happened outside. When he finally turned to leave, he was met with a horrifying realization: the door was locked from the outside. Panic set in. He pounded on the door and shouted for help, but his cries were swallowed by the silence of the secluded forest. Hours passed, and hunger and thirst gnawed at him. He turned to the glittering jewels and pleaded, "Can any of you give me a sip of water? Can you provide me even a single bite of food?" But the lifeless wealth remained motionless and useless. With each passing hour his strength waned, and despair took hold. At last he sank to the cold floor and whispered, "All this gold, and yet it cannot save me." In that lonely silence, a new understanding bloomed within his heart. True wealth lies not in possession, but in people, kindness, and the simple gifts of life. Fortunately, the minister returned sooner than expected. He had been troubled by a strange unease and decided to check on the chamber once more. Unlocking the door, he was shocked to find the king pale and weak but alive. Rushing to his side, he offered water and food, helping him back to the palace. The king recovered, but he was forever changed. From that day onward, he opened the royal treasury to the people. He built schools, hospitals, and wells, using his riches to uplift the poor and care for the needy. His kingdom flourished, not because of the gold hidden in the forest, but because of the love and generosity that now filled every heart. And so the king learned the greatest truth of all: wealth is worthless unless it is used to serve others. His name lived on, not for the fortune he hoarded, but for the kindness he shared. A request for readers to share their honest feedback, whether they enjoyed the story, and what changes or improvements they'd suggest.